floor with me. This is your core strength portion of your workout where we will focus on our abdominals, our back, our glutes, and shoulders. So all of it will be down on the floor, so if you want a mat or towel, come on down with me. Let's start on our backs. So roll on back. Oh, you notice I have one weight. If you have a weight laying around the house and you want to use it, grab it. Pause the video, go get it. You don't have to. You can do it without. We'll just add it in for a couple things as an option. While you're here though, on your back, heels are up towards your fingertips. And ready just to warm up the abdominals. Just some simple crunches, reaching towards your outer ankles. Just looking between your knees. Have a good exhale as you lift. Start easy. All right, we're gonna leave the shoulders down. We're gonna keep the legs together. Knees up and bent, and then straighten the legs and lower down to an angle, and then pull the knees in again. Lengthen, lower. As you lower, notice your lower back. Try to press it down into the mat. Don't let it arch up. If you cannot help it, then don't go quite as low before bending your knees and resetting. Keep those legs together. Feeling those lower abdominals, engaging, feeling your inner thighs because you're pressing those legs inward together. All right, here's where there's an option to grab that weight. Holding it in both hands, right at your forehead. We're gonna crunch with the upper body, lifting the shoulders, and then if you wanna add in, make it a full crunch to lift those knees as well. Great, that way we have our upper and lower abs working. Kind of aiming those elbows down at your hips, crunching those lower rib cage right down into your hips when you come up. You're doing it correctly. This is tough, with or without the weight. Couple more. All right, set the weight down if you have it. We're gonna turn over and we're gonna go into that plank position. So if you can be on your toes, wonderful for this one. If you have to be on your knees, then you're simply holding this plank position, and that might be a challenge for you, great. If you can be on your knees, maybe you're just holding that for as long as you can. Get your breathing. If you're ready for the next challenge, I want you to take your right leg and hook your toes kind of right behind your knee and allow that knee to hang down and then open to the side. So we're working the hips now. As well as the abs, just to stabilize yourself. The shoulders are working hard as well. Look down at the mat in front of your hands. Keep your neck straight. Wherever you're at, and maybe you try a couple of these and then you have to take a break, or you just go back to holding the plank. Two more. Ouch, that's a tough one. Let's go to child's pose just for a moment. Okay, so let's repeat this series. So turning over, just like we started. Let's keep the legs together, bring the knees in, lengthen them, and lower. Here we go again. If you feel more stable with your arms out at a T, that's fine. To make this a little harder, you can simply keep the legs together, up and down. I'm going to go back to bending the knees, straighten and lower. Either one's fine. One more. Okay, second set's harder for sure. We're fatigued already. Grab the weight if you want it. Full crunch. Come with me. Lightly tapping those heels back down to the mat. Really think about lifting those shoulders and rocking the hips up as well, full crunch. Remember that exhale as you crunch, lifting the shoulders. We're not moving this weight, it's staying right in front of the forehead. But here's your next option. We come up to a V by extending arms and legs, come in and then down. Up, extend, in, and down. If you're not into it, then you just keep doing it without extending the arms and legs out. Or if the weight makes it too much, set the weight down and you can do it possibly without it. There's always different levels. You choose what you can do, work up to the higher level eventually. 2 more. Gotta love that one. All right, so here we go, back into plank. On your hands and toes. Remember your options, down on your knees. Just holding a plank can be a good challenge. If you want that next level, then you're hooking your left toes behind your knee and you're opening the knee to the side and then letting it hang. Stay strong, focus on breathing. Fun to try new things. 2 more. Okay, lower both knees, quick child's pose. Oh, wonderful. All right, moving on to the next thing. Let's work those shoulders and upper back. So here we come down to our bellies. And arms are out in front. Legs are squeezed together. We're not involving the legs in this portion, just keep them squeezed together down on the mat. Watch me first so that you're not having to turn your neck the whole time. I'm actually gonna go this way so you can see me better. We're gonna lift the upper body and pull the elbows back. And the second time we do it, we're gonna pull back and sweep around forward and lower. So up and pull the elbows, lower, pull the elbows, this time sweep around. So just keep alternating. Every other, we make it that big sweep. Keep your neck straight. You're looking down at the mat or floor below your head. Remember to squeeze those legs together. You're helping to stabilize the spine. One more of each. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Come on up to a seated position with me. If you have that weight, grab it. If not, it's okay. Oh, dog hair on me. Sleeping dog next to me. Lazy dog. Anyway, here we are. I'm facing this way so you can see how I'm starting with this next to my hip, and I'm going to be leaning back, so abdominals are engaged here. I'm going to lift this and take it to the other side, and then kind of phantom back and forth again, and then actually lift it and place it to the other side. Twist, twist, side, twist, twist. Keep going. Side, twist, twist. I just want you to see this angle now, so you see that I'm leaning back, because I don't want you to forget that part. That's the most important part here, is that our abdominals are working hard, as well as our obliques when we are twisting. So find your rhythm. Keep on going. Always listen to your body. If there's pain, try to adjust it. Maybe you don't use the weight. Maybe you sit up a little taller. But if you're really, really into it, you can lean back and feel those abdominals and obliques working hard. Last one. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna go down to a bridge. So on our backs, Make sure if you have those heels up towards your toes and their shoulder or hip width apart, that's where we want to be. Okay, so as we lift hips into bridge, that's our normal bridge, lift up and down. And this might be where you're at, that's good. Make sure your shoulders are tucked. If you want the one-legged bridge, you keep the knee bent and we're gonna alternate, lifting one leg, set it down and lower, and the other. Let's go 2 more. Wonderful. Okay, so we are going to come up and turn around. If you have that weight, we're going to stick it behind the right knee, and it'll kind of sit right there nicely. As we find ourselves on hands and knees, we're going to work the glutes. So we're just going to use the right leg first. So once you feel balanced here, we're going to keep the knee bent as we just lift that right leg. Definitely want to keep it bent so that it keeps that weight in place. If it feels really awkward, then just take that weight out of there and just do this without that weight. It's fine. We're not twisting open to the side at all. Make sure your shoulders are square down to the mat as well as your hips. Make this a little more fun with a little pulse, pulse, and lower. Pulse, pulse, and lower. Pulse, pulse, and lower. Even more fun. Okay, so this time we lift, we cross over our other leg, lift, and then bring it down. Lift, cross, lift, and down. Lift, cross, lift, and down. Keep that pattern. Two more. Glutes and lower back working. Oh, awesome. We're going to switch to that other leg. Same thing. If you have the weight, transfer it over. I'm going to turn side just so that you can get a better view, possibly, of what I'm doing. And keep the knee bent as we simply lift and lower. Keep the foot flexed. That'll help. The hamstrings working to keep that weight in place. Ready for the double pulse? Lift, lift, and down. Lift, lift, and down. We're building. Ready for the lift and cross? Here we go. Lift, cross, lift, and down. Lift, cross, lift, and down. If it feels too awkward, change it. Just do the lift. Don't give up. Do what works for you. Feel the burn. 2 more times. Feels fairly even there. Take that weight out. Yes, we get to do it again. So we're laying down on our belly. I'm going to face you again so you can see. Legs are squeezed together behind you. Arms are up above. So remember this one, we lift the upper body, pull the elbows back. Extend down. Lift, pulling the elbows back, and then sweep forward with them. Keep going. Nice and smooth. No jerking motions here. Slow and smooth is better. Remember to pull the legs together. They're going to want to separate. Squeeze the inner thighs. Developing strong shoulders and upper back. Really, the whole backside has to be working together to make this happen. 1 more of each. Might feel this one tomorrow. Oh, come on up. All right, seated. weight next to you if you choose. So this one, our Russian twist, where we're transferring the weight and then we twist, twist. Transfer the weight, twist, twist. Remember, you're leaned back if possible, so you really feel the abdominals working. Weight really just makes it a little more fun. Feels like you're actually doing something. It forces you to do that full twist. All right, good enough there. Moving onto our backs for that bridge. Remember, you can keep both feet down, or you can do the one-legged bridge if you're ready for it, alternating one leg up, replace it, other leg up. One more. All right, maybe a quick hugging your knees to the chest. Oh, that's good. Okay, and then we move on to hands and knees. Yes, we get to do this again. If you have the weight, it goes behind the right knee. Find yourself on hands and knees. Let's do this. Just up and down to start. A little soreness tomorrow is okay, as long as it's in the muscles that we have focused on, like your buns, your shoulders, your abdominals. It means that you have worked your muscles a little bit harder, torn them down a little bit. They will repair themselves stronger than before. Let's add that double pulse. Pulse, pulse, and down. Pulse, pulse, and down. The more muscle we can develop, the more calories we're going to burn all the time. It's going to help us melt away the fat. Let's have longer, leaner bodies. All right, the up and cross, up and down. That just adds a whole new element to it, doesn't it? A whole new ouch to it. One more. Yes, we're doing the other side. We have to. We're into it. Switch it behind your left leg. Here we go, nice and smooth. Trying to make this even. Just think, beautiful body, beautiful body. That's what you're developing. Little at a time. It takes work. A lot on the other side. Okay, move on to the double pulse. Here we go. Pulse, pulse, down. Keep those abdominals tucked up and in. Doesn't mean you're holding your breath. Just means you feel those muscles. They're supporting your back as we do this. Let's add the cross. Up, and down. Don't lose your height. I know you're getting tired. Still get that leg up there. Just like you did the first time around. Yes, we could do two more. And last. Oh, remove that weight. Wonderful, quick child's pose. Oh, that's good. Oh. Doesn't mean we're done. We're moving on to planks. We don't need the weight anymore. Get that out of the way. Let's come on to our elbows. So our elbows are under our shoulders, and we find ourselves here in this full plank if possible on your toes. It's fine to be on your knees, but I want you to at least try for a moment on your toes. If that's all you can do, fine. We're going to be tapping one foot out to the side, bring it back. Other foot, tap, tap. Just lightly touching your big toe to the floor, and then bring it back. You can absolutely do this on your knees, same thing. All right, we're going to be tilting the hips side to side now. So, hip, and then center yourself. Other hip, center yourself. Again, knees or toes, both work for this. Bring that hip towards the floor. One more. Ooh, bring yourself to your hands. Mountain climbers. Toes is going to be your harder option. Knees, fine. If you need to even bring your knees in closer, a little easier. Either way, I want you to bring a knee in and set yourself back up. Other knee in and across. And across. Yes, I saved the hard stuff for last. You made it this far, don't give up now. 3, 2, 1. Going back to your elbows. We're just going to do the hips side to side. Dip down, bring it back. So close to the end of this segment. Core muscles are all warm, fatigued, in a good way. Challenge to make it through this right now. Come on. Come on, upper body. Let's work those shoulders. Place your hand down. Place your other hand down. Here we are in plank. Place your elbow down. Place your elbow down. We're doing it 3 more times. Yes, we are. Place a hand, hand, elbow, elbow. 2 more. Hand, hand, elbow, elbow. Last one. Hand, hand, elbow, elbow, child's pose. Wonderful. I recommend a stretch unless you're continuing on another section, maybe doing leg work. All right, see you next time.